madness. I'm down here in the parade, and I can't believe I just seen Heat Rock, and I couldn't even get the selfie. Look at this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what up? So I decided to go down to the Knicks Parade after all. Want to just give you a little bit of a fan's perspective of what it's like when you go to one of these things, because we haven't had one of these parades for the Knicks in forever. I mean, the Knicks haven't won a championship in 53 years, and I believe when they did win the championship back in 73, they didn't get the parade at the time. So there's that. I want to show you what it was like from a fan's perspective, so come with. But yeah, it was pretty calm when I first showed up. You know, this was around 9:30, maybe 9 a.m. The streets were kind of calm. People were kind of like, you know, trying to make their way down to the Canyon of Heroes in Lower Manhattan. That's literally, you know, the part of Manhattan that is the financial district. And then it leads up into City Hall, which is kind of like where the 5 Points used to be. But yeah, this is what it's like when you're first getting there and it's kind of quiet. People are making their way down to the parade. So stay tuned. I just want to give you a little bit of what it's like from a fan's perspective. Yeah, so there were people everywhere. I tried to do my best to capture it, but you cannot imagine the amount of people. They were standing on the ledges of buildings, they were on the fire escapes, they were on the roofs, they were standing on cars, they were standing on trucks, they were standing on each other. It was like, you know, just humans everywhere. It was like a sea of humans. I did my best trying to capture it, but I hope you can get the idea. And then, yeah, man. The people were just standing on scaffoldings, standing on the ledges of the windows of the buildings. Don't ask me how they got up there, but they were just like walking on the ledges of the buildings, standing on window ledges, 1 story up, standing on scaffolding, standing on cars. I mean, it was like madness. People were doing the type of stuff in New York that you don't see people normally do. Like, people wouldn't normally do this in New York, and the police were just letting it happen. You know, there's nothing really you can do about it, but yeah. It just looks totally out of place to see people standing on scaffolding, standing on buildings, standing on the roofs, hanging out the windows. It's like just people everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I hope these images and these pictures can give you a sense of what it was like, because this, to me, does not do it justice. I was trying to do my best to try to give you a sense of what it was like, but there were just literally people everywhere. I mean, hanging out the windows, on the ledges, standing around, you know, like it was just people. And all kind of people too, you know? People from all walks of life. People who are working, who are not working, people who are young, people who are old. It was just people from all over the world. I guess just a melting pot of New Yorkers from everywhere. It was just amazing to see. You know, a lot of young people had their phones out. You know, it was just a great vibe. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about here. I mean, this guy's got his legs just hanging off the edge of the building. I mean, I'll tell you, I know it was making this cop nervous. I know it was making this cop nervous. He was like hoping he didn't have to, rescue anybody or scrape somebody off the sidewalk. Because I know he had, some thoughts in the back of his head. Like, I hope I don't have to deal with any of these people falling off the building. He was like, not on my shift, please. Not today. But I was like, man, people up there just hanging off the edge of the building. It's just nerve-wracking, man. And you don't see that often. And like, look at this sea of people. Just look at this sea of people. I mean, I hope this gives you an idea, because this was just one corner where I was standing. This was just one corner. And I think this is where they came out with the trophy. This is the cool part. Standing out here getting ready, waiting for them to come out with the trophy, so get ready. this is kind of like after the ceremony had arrived at City Hall. You know, I was tired of the crowd, so I started to make my way out of there. And as you can see, the crowd is lightening up. And I was making my way away from City Hall because the ceremony was actually happening. But this is kind of what the vibe in downtown New York City looks like, right? It was like they had the streets closed off, and we don't really get to see New York like this all the time, but the streets were blocked off downtown. It was just a sea of people. Like, there were just people everywhere partying in the streets. This is a day for the ages to be in New York. This is gonna go down in history as like one of the days in New York where you just had to be there, you know? And I mean, like, just look at how many people are just walking around in the streets. This is going on all day. You gotta love it. Man. Anyway, Knicks in 5. NBA champs 2026.